We're live. We're live. We're live. Today's topic is, first of all, we know it's Friday, so it's Shout It Out Friday. And today's topic is focus. Focus.
Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, sweetie.
I was thinking about all I have to do to get here to the show in the morning. I have to get all the way out of the bed and then find my slippers. And then I have to use the bathroom. Then I got to pick out some clothes. Then I got to brush my teeth. I got to do all of this stuff. I got to mentally prepare for the show. And all Lisa has to do is put on makeup, get dressed, and put the show started. That's it. And I was just thinking of the disparity, how unfair that is for me. Do you want me to see this? Is that why this is here?
You need to see it.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about that among other foolishness and nonsense right after these messages.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning again. Hey, Kenny. Thank you for tuning in. You're in the classroom, ain't you? Say good morning, Kenny Tucker.
Kenny Tucker? What's up, Kenny Tucker? We have a jam for Kenny too. What was his jam?
Kenny!
That's right. Kenny Tucker was the name that they gave him. Kenny!
Kenny! He said, that's why I'm just speaking.
So I'm going to give you your Kenny! Kenny Tucker was the name that they gave him.
Thanks for tuning in for just a minute. But today's topic is focus. Focus. Focus is something that we do both advertently and inadvertently. We will find ourselves focusing on
you'll
what.
Have to look at both phones.
I always do.
Okay, I'm gonna get the coffee.
Did you forget that we're live? We're doing a show here. We're at work. It's not break time. It's time to work.
Can you see what I'm saying, Kenny? Can you see what I'm saying? I have to deal with so much. And then technical, like not turn the volume down, all of this stuff. Focus. We're gonna get serious with it. We just did our commercial.
Yes.
I still don't have
focus. Isn't you still don't have your focus?
No, I gotta go get you some water.
We all have a focus,
and I gotta go get my cup of coffee.
We find us. He's focusing right now, even though he's not focused. We find that to be true, which is why my husband and I often talk about traveling during focus.
What do you mean, Lisa?
When you're focusing on one thing and then you're inadvertently focusing on something else as
or
well.
You're physically in one space, but mentally in another.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're in one space and thinking about other things you can be doing other than what you're currently doing.
Right, like he's thinking about his coffee.
I'm going to go get my coffee.
And
my breakfast.
He's thinking about his breakfast, which is an hour away. And unfortunately for you all, that means that around 9:50, that breakfast is going to start calling his name. And if he hasn't finished what we're doing here, he's like, listen, we got to get this. We got to go. We got to do this because.
All right. This is what we're going to do.
All right.
I'm going to get my coffee and we're going to start this again.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes. Start all over.
He can't focus.
You can't focus.
Because he is so focused. I understand. Yes, hangry will interrupt your focus. Hangry, woo, Jesus. Hank, when he gets hangry, that's what I call Brian, Hank. Amen. Thank you, Sheila. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to wear them tomorrow. I got my prescription changed yesterday and I was able to go back to my old glasses that I love. I have like 1,000 pairs, but I don't know if they changed my prescription. So I'm going to get new lenses to when they come in, and then I'll see whether or not they go with the glasses, because I don't know. I'm sad if they don't. I hope they do, because I love all of my glasses. Thank you, honey. Brian right now is focused on getting this coffee.
Well, I'm not really happy about the coffee situation because I don't have good coffee upstairs right now.
You got skinny coffee.
I know. I said I don't have good coffee.
I thought you was preaching by that coffee at one point. You got 2 of them?
I noticed that for it to have any kind of taste close to real coffee, I need 2 packs.
Sheila said, when I'm hungry, nothing is funny and everybody ugly. Yeah. I love that.
I can relate.
I think that could be true. I think that could be true as well for some people. No. I had everything go down. So I was thinking about focus, and I have been praying this morning. Excuse me, praying this morning because I was very thankful for a lot of things. And what kept on bumping up against my thankful was, but what if this was good also?
Really?
And that typically does not happen to me. When I'm thankful and grateful, I am in that zone. But this grateful was being bumped up against by, and Brian mentioned it, the enemy's job is to steal, kill, and destroy. It was bumped up against by this distraction of what I thought I was not focusing on. But because I was not focusing on it, like, don't think about the elephant in the room.
That's right. Don't think about a red apple immediately.
You're going to think about it. So I had to remind myself to focus. Whatsoever is good, whatsoever is pure, whatsoever is perfect, whatsoever is of good report, think on these things.
Mm-hmm. Focus. I like one acronym that I once learned about the word focus, and it stands for follow one course until successful. FOCUS. Here's the challenge with focus. I was talking to Lisa about it this morning. I call it the devil or the enemy. I think their job is to distract us, okay, or confuse us.
That is his job. That's his only job.
To distract us and confuse us. Now, he don't really have real devices. So he uses perceived or perception.
Or contrived.
Or contrived is a good word. Connived. It's not real. They make it up, okay, to try to distract.
Connived is not right. It's contrived.
Contrived, okay? That's a good word for that. Contrived, a made up thing to take you off your focus. Or sometimes it could be an injury or sickness to make you stop for a little while and regain focus. Mm-hmm. But here's the other challenge I have, and you guys have, I'm sure you have the same challenge when it comes to focus. When you're riding high and you start achieving levels of success, and it doesn't even matter what level, it could be any kind of level of success, Kenny. Great opportunities will come at you. Or at least it does for me. Great opportunities that will come that will take away your focus a little. Okay, or interesting projects will come at you to shift your focus a little. And at my advanced age, I just had a birthday. I'm learning what that is. I'm learning better to recognize when that's what's going on. I'm starting to achieve more in this area. So look out, Brian. These amazing opportunities, these amazing projects, these amazing distractions will come, but they come with a purpose to take away my focus.
Good morning, Shirley. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Dr. Deborah. I hear you. I think what you're describing is tinselfoil syndrome or ADHD, just that comes in, the distraction. I hear you, but I think that it's important that sometimes, thank you, Shirley, that sometimes we.
Thank you, Shirley, for Lisa's glasses. And Dr. Deborah, good morning to you. Good morning, Shirley. Good morning, Stephanie, Sheila Gothard, and Brother Kenny. Good morning, you guys. Y'all chose to show up and show out.
I think that those momentary distractions actually, they may not be distractions. There may be opportunities. I think it's very important that you're able to discern between a distraction and opportunity. Amen. Thank you, Dr. Deborah. She says, I love your outfit. Brian thought so too.
You will love her outfit from head to toe, because this is actually a pretty dress she's got on. It's a pretty black dress that's low enough cut. It's not too low, but it's low enough cut that I can appreciate her pretty legs. It's a beautiful look on her. And this here, what do you call this? A pashmina, maybe? What do you call it?
Shawl.
A shawl. And this is a shawl. But underneath the shawl, she's got a pretty dress on, a pretty black dress. So I had to fish around and find my black sweater to try to match her at least a little bit, you know. But you would love this outfit from head to toe, Dr. Deborah, today.
Thank you. I'm glad that you did love it. Good morning, Red.
I did love it. I do love it.
Good morning. Thank you for
It's the kind of look I was thinking, dang, I'm not going to be able to just keep her home today. I'm going to have to take her to lunch or something.
Stephanie said, I get distracted so much. I am going to go on YouTube University and get some strategies on how to stay focused.
Yeah, strategies on how to stay focused, or great sermons or TED Talks on focus. I'm with you, Stephanie. I do the same thing sometimes. One of my first prodigious jobs, I was at for a long time. The owner of the company had this particular thing that he liked to do with the sales force or anybody in the company. If they were weak in a particular area or starting to make mistakes in a particular area, he would commission them, Stephanie, to give a class on it. So like if one of the salespeople was messing up their paperwork, for example, he'd have them, okay, next week I want you to give us a class on how to properly fill out the paperwork. And what they would do is they would figure it out and learn how to do it in such a way that they could teach it. Here's the interesting thing to me. Almost never did the one asked to give a class thought they weren't good at it when they were being asked. He must be asking me because I'm so good at it. Okay. They always assumed it's because they were good at it. Look about the psychology behind that. It was always good. Is that Red Lee?
Hey, Couture. Red Lee said, I use drugs, the prescribed drugs, nonetheless. I get it.
To stay focused?
I get it.
Couture Green, good morning to you as well.
Stephanie said, I like that advice.
Yeah, man. He'd have us give a class on it if they were weak at it. You know, and I didn't see that until looking back at it. You know, if somebody's closing percentage was dipping, why don't you give a class on closing sales? I'm so good. I'm going to give these guys a class. And they're giving a class to your peers. And your peers know. Good morning, Antonovi. How you doing? Couture says, hi, handsome Brian. Couture, I understand what you're doing, and I appreciate it because Lisa's going to be lauded today, all day, with a beautiful look. I lauded it before she even left the bathroom. I was like, oh, you rocking the head wrap today. Okay. And then as I looked deeper, Couture, I was like, oh, I like that dress on you, sweetheart. Oh, look at your makeup. You're looking natural, but with some color. All of this stuff she's got to do that's so easy for women, okay? I saw a female comedian last night, baby, and she was talking about, she was railing on how hard it is to be a woman. She goes, I have to put on makeup. She's an Asian lady. She goes, I have to put on makeup every day just to look like a woman. An Asian woman that don't put on makeup looks like an Asian man. Okay, so she was doing, I have to put on fake eyelashes every day. Imagine that, man. Imagine you had to glue hair to your, she said, to your balls every day. Imagine you had to do that, man. If you had to glue hair to your balls every day. But it was funny the way she put it out there.
Mm-hmm. Sheila said the psychology behind that is that there is a difference between learning and knowledge. The superior wanted to advance them to knowledge. Amen.
You're right, Sheila. And it's one of the 7 habits of highly effective people, too. Stephen Covey's book, I think it's like habit 3 or 4. But one of the 7 habits is highly effective people teach what they learn, and they teach what they learn right away. Like soon after they learn it, they teach it to somebody else. They get it then. When you're learning it to teach it, your learning it is enhanced.
Stephanie says, glad you made it to the show at 9 a.m. LOL. Lisa, you have to not distract Brian before the show. LOL. Stay focused, Brian. LOL. LOL. Katura said, yes, Lisa, you've been giving it to us with the different looks. Beautiful.
She's been giving it up. The fashionista.
Thank you.
I saw what you did, Lisa. You didn't want me to see that thing.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do for you, baby.
Can't do nothing for me, man?
No.
There's got to be a way.
No, I'm sorry. There's not. If I touch it, it's going to show on the screen. So I am excited with focus, with our topic today as focus. Learning how to focus in the midst of your focus. A lot of times distractions come unbidden. They come unbidden.
Distractions, tribulations. You don't got to go looking for those things. They're going to keep coming to you. So focus, follow one course until successful. Is that good counsel? Is that good counsel to stay focused on one thing until it is successful?
I think that's probably good counsel. I'm going to get into some trouble right here. I think that's probably good counsel for many men. Wow. Women often don't have that
option.
Yeah, we don't have that option. You got to focus on what you're doing while focusing ahead on the road. Because if not, 10 o'clock will come and you don't have everything you need to make breakfast. And then at 10:05, when people are not eating, you have caused pandemonium. So there is a level of focus.
It's so hard to be the wife.
Oh, that should be a song.
Brother Bree.
Not just Brother Brian. Not just Brother Brian.
It's so hard to be the wife of typical man.
Okay. Yes. So that's I will go into it.
You went into
the
this
rest
10
of it.
o'clock and 10:05.
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
we can go
gosh.
into it if we need to. Stephanie says, I'm going to write down 3 tasks definitely need to complete today. Amen. Red says, focusing is against Ava's religion. I get that.
Ava's the daughter with all the questions, right?
Yes.
I love Ava. I love all your kids, which is a testament to how amazing you are as a mom, Red Lee. But for her to raise children that are confident enough to ask a question, confident enough not to feel diminished in any way if they have to ask stuff, that's impressive to me.
I knew I had a friend named Sheila. Hey, Shirley again. Shirley says one thing that you have with digital scrapbooking is computer skills and phone skills on both Android and Apple.
Whoop, whoop.
Is having a dual focus. Dr. Deborah said, I am usually working on more than one thing, so I focus in time blocks. I think that's
I love that
important.
strategy.
And Sheila said, I was trying to keep the feminists in the basement, but Lisa is so
What are you trying
right.
to say? I don't understand, Sheila. What are you trying to say? What you trying to say?
We have the responsibility of focusing on what we're doing, but we also have the responsibility of focusing down the line, particularly on multiple blocks, on day blocks, on week blocks, on month blocks, on mastery goal blocks like short-term and long-term, because a lot of the time, and I'm not saying every woman, and I'm not saying only this woman, but a lot of times we're responsible for keeping the current focus at the forefront while still juggling all of the other existing focuses and managing the future focus that's coming up down the line.
Now, there's a word called feminists that Sister Sheila says she was trying to keep in the basement. What is the man version of the word feminists? Like I'm a meninist? What's the word? Because I appreciate that, but men have to think about a lot too. Okay.
You know what?
What?
You sound like those all people matter people.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So sit down for a second.
If I'm sounding like that, I am going to sit down because that's horrible. When someone's talking about Black Lives Matter and someone says, I believe all people matter, they don't get it. That's tone deaf. Okay, that's true, but that's not what we're talking about right now.
That's what you were just about to do.
I heard you, and I did choose to recant and sat down like you suggested.
Okay.
Sheila says,
as Black women, we can't focus on one thing until that one thing is a success. What? Absolutely.
I get it. Craig Sapp says,
we got to eat today. We got to flip them lights today. We got to make sure that the future is going on at the same time as the current. Craig says, good morning, everyone, and have a great, blessed day on purpose and enjoy it to the fullest. Hey, Vicky. Thank you so much, man. Vicky says, you look hot, Lisa. Thank you, darling.
Vicky's in the room.
Boom. Vicky's in the room.
Vicky's here. Shirley Dejanette Wyatt says.
And Red says, I love digital scrapbooking. Amen. Shirley says, Redly, check out my website, forever.com/Shirley Wyatt.
And Redly, check it out anyway and connect with Shirley because you guys will end up being great friends. Shirley's a great person. You're going to like her.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. I watched Thursday Night Football last night because the dull-ass Cowgirls was playing
I'm sorry, Vicky.
The Seattle Seahawks. And
I'm sorry.
It was a great game to watch. Dallas won 41-35. But it was a great game to watch. And Dallas won the game late because Seattle was winning a lot of the game. But it was entertaining. And what I realized watching that game, Dallas is now 9 wins and only 3 losses. Okay. Seattle's now 6 wins and 6. But what I realized watching the game, which is what a lot of pundits have realized for a long time, is Dallas can only beat teams that are mediocre or poor. Seattle is the first win out of the whole season that Dallas had that had a winning record that Dallas won, 6-5. And that's mediocre. Now they're 6-6, so they don't even have a mediocre record. So all season, Dallas has beaten no teams that had a winning record.
I'm sorry, Vicky.
Next week, Sunday, Dallas got to play. Philadelphia's going back into Dallas. Now, they've already beat Dallas once this year.
Where's our focus?
That's what we have to do with focus. We have to shift focus. We have to shift focus from time to time. The more we talk about focus, I'm realizing that's really the skill. Maybe what Dr. Deborah was suggesting about time blocking, because you can't stay focused on one thing, whether you're a man, woman, young, or old, for too long.
Amen, Sheila. Thank you. She says, that's not being a dead horse. That's being an adult in the wrong.
Anytime someone says not to beat a dead horse, you should follow it up with, well, here we go. Anyway.
She says, I think about once I complete a project, I continue to think about how to make it even better.
Thank you for saying that. But great writers like Hemingway talks about, I like Hemingway's philosophy on writing books, but he talks about very often, and probably this is the way it should be, while writing one book, the idea of another book comes into place. And he finds himself working on more than one book at a time.
Yes.
You can relate to that, right?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
It does. And it often happens with me. I'm working on more than one project at a time, but I have to evaluate them in the middle because some things can be tangential, but some things can not butt up against each other. They'll distract the energy in two different in both projects.
But
and
isn't
they
that
will
good?
minimize it.
I'm coming to the place, sweetheart. Listen, the more we talk about this, that distraction of a new project, sometimes I'm seeing value in it right now because sometimes we need the distraction of another book or another project to take my focus away from this onto that, to keep it interesting, or to reboost the energy, to give the energy another boost, just to give it energy, to keep, if that makes any kind of sense at all.
Good morning,
it does
Gina.
to me.
Craig says, wait. He said something before that.
Really?
He said, I might be down, but not out. Give me a call and I could still help you protect what matters most. That's right. Remember, this is Shout It Out Friday. And even though Craig is recovering, he is making them appointments and protecting them houses. So Vicky goes on to say, no problem, Lisa. I'm not bothered by a bandwagon jumper, a midget, parentheses, giant fan, to deflected to the Eagles who pay the referees not to call fouls.
No one pays the referees more than Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowgirls. But anyway.
And Craig says, really, when you're a bandwagon.
He says, he goes, really? When you're a bandwagon, you can't say, oops, almost cursed, okay? He kind of put like, really?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Good morning, Miss Phyllis. You know what
we're doing. A now. You in ATL.
You know what we got on the show for you today, Miss Phyllis?
Katura says, yeah, that's right. This is your shoulder, Miss Phyllis. But I didn't mean to have shoulders.
Katura says, I agree, Brian. Dallas cannot be any good teams. But then she goes on to say.
That is not what she says at all. She says, I agree, Brian. Sometimes when you step away from the current project, you come back and you can have a new perspective and or direction.
Yeah, like rocket boosters, 3-stage rocket boosters. You get the first stage of energy and it launches that. The first one is so powerful. It's what it takes to get it from the ground and into the air. But that, as powerful as that was, that fizzles out at some point. And then you need to let that thing go and then re-engage the second rocket booster. Boom! Another explosion of power and energy.
Which I think managing focus is more important than staying focused.
Okay, I like where we go. Let's go down that road, baby. Flatulate.
Right.
Managing focus is more important.
Focus is more important than staying focused, because oftentimes when you manage your focus, when you see that, okay, I've gotten too finite into this thing. I need a broader focus. I need to see the forest for the trees. You take that step back or whatever it is.
Like Katura was alluding to.
It's allowing you to see that bigger picture, that you might see that there was a necessity to move 3 steps to the right or 3 steps to the left in order to accomplish the goal. And sometimes when we're too deep down into that, we don't get to accomplish that. I remember a lesson that I learned from one of my best managers at IBM, Lisa Richardson. And we were working on this severe and serious project, and everybody was heads down. Nobody looked up until we get the solution. And she said, no, I need you to take the day off. And I was like, take the day off. What are we taking days off for? We got this situation. She says, take the day off. Go get a massage. Go sit in the park. Go something. I said, I don't want to use my vacation days right now. I got this issue. She said, don't take it as a day off. Take it as a sick day, because it's a mental health day. You need to refocus.
I bet the next day you got in there, you were able to.
Hot and on fire.
Balls to the wall.
I don't have balls.
This is Friday.
Yes, Dr. Deborah. She says, I like that. Managing focus.
Yeah, man. I am happy with today's topic. I'm happy with you guys being here. I'm happy with the Lisa.
Oh, Vicky, I'm going to read it, because I'm telling you, if I don't read it, it won't get read.
Because I'm not. I don't even know if we should. Can we delete that comment or something?
Vicky says, your statement being all proves that the Giants is not a good team
this season,
because we slaughtered them twice. And these are all caps
this season.
But I rather beat a losing instead of becoming a loser like them. Winning in all caps is always better in all caps.
Why you put so much emphasis, baby?
Look, that's the way she wrote it. Don't we always endeavor to write things that people
energy,
to say things that people write
energy
them?
You giving Vicky and Adele Evans nonsense.
Vicky, is that how you wrote it? Is that how you wrote it? That's all I want to know. Is that how you wrote it? Did I put the right emphasis in the sentence?
Vicky be coming at you, boy. Show me.
She was like, and what? And talk amongst yourselves, children.
Vicky got a machete on her.
She said, I'm not bringing a knife to a gunfight.
I started with her this morning.
Thank you. She said, yes.
Game recognized game.
Perfectly
Game recognized game. I started with her this morning. and she wasn't having it. So she took
She
out
said,
her.
"Oh, one of them starting something. Got to be starting."
She came at her brother like this. Shing. I'm like, dang. All right, Vicky, you got me. Because they did kick our butt twice this year already.
Shani says, "Brother Brian, you know you beefed up." In my Bill Duke voice, Menace to Society reference.
You know you don't fuck up, right? You don't fuck up. Right? That's what he said. That's the Bill Duke voice for Menace to Society. Oh, Vicky just kicked my butt alive. You got me on this one, Vicky.
Stephanie says, reduce multitasking is another way to stay focused. LOL, this is challenging for me. Again, it's not only challenging for you, it's challenging for many.
There's a great book called The One Thing.
It's written by a man. Anyway, so we're not going to talk about him. So I understand because...
No, it's a good point. I'm going to make my point. But it's called The One Thing by Keller, okay?
By a man named Keller.
You didn't read the book.
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay, then why are you so jumping up? It's a good book.
Oh, it's a good book. Go ahead, make your point, and I'm gonna tell you why it's not the only point.
The One Thing.
One Thing.
It's a very, very popular business book.
Yes.
The ideology of it is very popular.
Whose wife was taking care of his kids and his house and everything else. And who? Go ahead.
With all of this animus.
Go ahead.
Goodness gracious. The One Thing. What I was trying to say, Lisa. In the book, The One Thing, him and his cohorts, they decided what is the one thing that if they did that would impact their business greatly. What is the one thing that they could do?
Right.
And what they decided, the one thing they could do that would help their real estate office is that Gary Keller wrote a book about real estate. Okay?
Yep. Gary Keller, the man.
And they proved scientifically that multitasking is not real.
They proved that it was not real. But I'm gonna tell you about a woman.
Oh my God! I can't believe. Did you read the book?
Oh yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I think it's a wonderful book for men because it fits their abilities. Right, Stephanie, you're going on to almost come into your truth. You understand it. So listen, Mary Kay did the one thing in a way that have been mansplained cannot be done. Multitasking has been mansplained to mean doing many things at the same time. That is not what it means.
Oh, wow.
She had a happy husband, she had healthy kids, and she had a burgeoning business.
Yes, she did.
Understand that was a multitasking because they all happened within the same decade that they happened. Understand that we misunderstand multitasking and think that it means what, like Stephanie says, I can I can cook breakfast, wash dishes, and wash clothes, listen to YouTube at the same time, and think that that's multitasking. That is not multitasking as the men would define it.
Wow.
It is multitasking because you are not cooking breakfast in your dishwasher. You are not washing clothes on the stove, and you are not listening to YouTube in the refrigerator. You have those things going on simultaneously in periods of time that they can correspond and correlate. The important thing about multitasking is not trying to do them all at the same time, but it's ensuring that they are all done and complete when they need to be done. Case in point, I'm going to use the same example that I often use, is that making dinner while taking care of the baby. You do not hold the baby and stir the spaghetti at the same time. You're not stirring the spaghetti with the baby, but you are holding the baby and stirring the spaghetti in another instance of what's happening, but they're getting done at the same time. Why is that multitasking definition not one that men want to embrace? Because they would have to chew gum and walk at the same time.
You made several good points there, baby. Okay, it's an interesting proposition. You made several very good points. Stephanie Marsh, Lisa read that aloud. Good morning, Greg. How you doing, sir? Stephanie Marsh says, yes. I agree. Lisa Couture says, yes, Lisa. Women multitask all the time. I'm going to breathe on that. Miss Gina Gatson. Good morning, Gina. She goes, studies actually show that when you multitask, you get less done. That's what Gary Keller's book is talking
written
about.
by a man. And don't get hoodwinked. If we don't multitask, we'll have 5 hungry children while we changing one diaper, or we're gonna have one mean hungry man while we are chasing after 5 children. You understand when you're using the true definition of multitasking that you are assigning pockets of time to make sure that your tasks get done.
I think
multitasking and focus go hand in hand.
Sister Vicky went back to the 1980s TV commercial, or maybe 70s TV commercial, when she says,
I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and never ever let you forget you're a man.
'Cause I'm a woman.
W-O.
No, but the TV commercial, she said, because I'm a woman. What was she advertising? Bacon. No, it wasn't bacon.
It wasn't bacon.
It was like shampoo or something.
No, I don't remember.
Okay, but that was a commercial that was popular. Thank you, Vicky.
Sheila says,
preach, Lisa. Lisa for president. Well, you did bring it this morning. We gotta scroll down, baby.
Vicky says, we are women.
Today's show topic is not we are women. Hear us roar. That's not today's topic. Today's topic is focus. Okay.
Stephanie says, I have cooked with children in my arms. LOL. That's right. And you didn't accidentally put a baked bean in a pot. You didn't accidentally cook a baby in a pot.
Take it down. Take it down, all of y'all.
How you want me to watch these kids and cook dinner?
Would you take it down?
Because we do it every day.
Sister Jacqueline, I need another adult in the room. She goes, blessed morning from
Coolidge, Arizona Empowerment Network. We best you. Oh, Stephanie said it was Angeli. That's right.
Angeli. And what is Angeli? Perfume. Okay. Yes. Get them, Lisa. Blah, blah.
Get them, Lisa.
Vicky Linnell Evans says, oh, we got more done, and ask your mama. Okay. Antonobi says, hello, family. I gotta go. Y'all be blessed and have a great weekend. Dr. Deborah Dunstan contributes.
She says, paying the Healing Forward mentorship and support group for women with a mission.
Amen.
We are supporting the women who support others. Amen. Get on the list for our January 2024 launch. Contact me to lock in your monthly fee of only $27 a month.
I need my man
DM
said
me
because, and go ahead, DM me.
She said DM me or call 240-392-5838.
I need said because in the room. I need William Brown in the room. Mark Greer in the room. There was too much estrogen today.
Oh, whatever. Thank you, Vicky and Stephanie. Yeah. That's right. It was Angeli. And Dr. Deborah, remember that. Amen. Vicky says, we women focus very well. Sheila adds on, day. That's right, day.
I gotta breathe on y'all.
Jacqueline says, what you talk about multitasking? What you talk about? Help us out. Nurse twins at the same time, 70, and still can multitask like a master.
That's not today's topic. Today's topic is not multitasking. It's focus. That's what today's topic is. Mark, I've been needing you. They have been kicking my ass today, all these women, Mark. Mark, brother. Come on, man.
Oh, Jacqueline. Mark says, Brian, the nurse called.
No. Oh. He says, ask, and it shall be received, my brother. Okay. Today's topic, Mark Greer. Mark Greer, I will. But Mark Greer, today's topic was supposed to be focused. And somehow women has taken the topic of focus into a referendum on how women can multitask.
No, it was not a referendum against
you. Basically gave a whole dissertation. You had great points. You had great points.
The male definition of multitasking
is
different from the true definition.
Slamming one of the classic books, The One Thing by Gary Keller, saying because he's my man. Hey. Craig Sapp says, Brian, the nurse called me and said she came on the show yesterday, and as soon as she got on, she had to go to a patient. Okay, what's the nurse's name?
Next time.
What's the nurse's name? So we'll look for her.
Absolutely.
And have her put anything in the comments and we'll shout her out, Craig.
Hey, Greg Hargraves, thank you for joining us this morning.
And Vicky's like, go, Stephanie.
That's right. Stephanie says, focus requires discipline to concentrate the important task at hand.
That's the word that I was going to suggest that we do the show on today was discipline. And what I wanted to do was on self-discipline. I think we've done it before, but it's been years since we talked about self-discipline on the show. Maybe we'll do it one day next week, talking about self-discipline. But Lisa came up with the topic of focus today. You have made amazing points. There's no way to take away from that. You guys have made amazing points. But is a complete paragraph.
Vicky says everything that was said has to do with focus. Now you focus.
Actually, I'm hungry right now.
Yeah, I told y'all. Oh, he's a little bit early. He's a little bit early. I told y'all that at 9:50 he was going to be thinking about 10 o'clock. Now, I told y'all that at 9 o'clock. And I even said it in his hearing. And he still did what I said he was going to say. What he was going to do. Because he is not
I didn't get breakfast before the show this morning. I didn't get my breakfast. So
good morning, Julie Ray.
It's 9:39.
Stephanie is cracking up on you, Brian.
Why? What'd I do? Did I tell a joke?
You funny. You ain't have to tell no joke. You just funny. You just plain long funny. Sitting over here starving.
I am starving.
Oh my goodness.
Feed your husband.
Stephanie said, is breakfast cooking now while you're on the show?
Nope. It's not. She's going to have to end the show completely and then go start a new thing, making breakfast.
Understand that is not true. That's the way men think it happens. However, if the needs for the breakfast were not already available, then I would not be able to do that. So part of preparing for 10 o'clock is ensuring that everything that is needed for preparing breakfast at 10 o'clock is hilarious. Already done. Stephanie says, I'm getting ready to heat up my breakfast while I watch this show. Multitasking.
Now, you like to say mansplaining, but that right there was that's womansplaining.
You need it.
That's what that is.
Yeah, but we need to make that a thing. Notice that mansplaining is in the dictionary already.
Why?
Because y'all always doing it.
Because y'all always doing it. Wow.
Yes.
Lumping all men together. Really?
Stephanie says, I'm starting to put laundry in the wash.
Stephanie, that's hilarious.
I love it.
That's hilarious to me.
And Vicky says, you have to focus to multitask. That's how we got there.
There's probably a talk in here somewhere or an article that you could probably write, Lisa, about what we talked about today. Your comments have been pretty good. Your comments have been amazing too.
My mind is sharper.
Your mind is sharper today?
Yes. No, not just today. Just recently I've noticed that my brain is kicking better. Because sometimes I would have those thoughts, but I wouldn't say them because I wasn't sure if I could put the words together. My brain is clearer now.
You're getting back to pre-sickness, Lisa.
Yes.
Interesting. Because y'all know Lisa was sick.
Vicky said, yes, Stephanie, you on the roll.
I'm saying, Stephanie's on a roll.
You are on the roll.
Call her Butter.
Butter, baby.
Because she's on a roll.
Butter, baby.
Dr. Deborah says,
I'm gathering laundry while listening to the show with coffee brewing. And see, understand, there had to be a determination of what can I do while listening to the show. That's how you properly focus, and that's how you properly assess what multitasking is going to work.
You have caps to multitask. I hear you, Vicky. Stephanie says,
I put up Christmas lights last night while listening to a webinar. LOL. I wanted to be engaged, so I was actually able to comment in the chat. That's right, because Christmas lights will allow you to put them up, pause for a second, respond to the audio, and be able to go on. You get to choose what you put together. When things don't work is when you try to put things together that don't mesh. And I'm gonna be honest, a couple of times I have been listening to some very, very interesting audiobooks while working on audiobooks. Can't do that. Those two things don't go together because I have to listen for errors in the audio. I have to listen for enunciation and pronunciation in the audio. If I'm listening to something else, I can't make one ear listen to this and another ear listen to that. While I thought I could, I thought I was everything, but I can't. So I have learned.
You admitted that.
No, I can't.
Okay.
I can't do that.
It's 9:43, so it's about time for us to do our greeting songs, greeting logos for the weekend. I do want to say this.
He just cut me off.
It's 9:43. We got a schedule to keep.
You know why we got a schedule to keep?
Because this is what we do. We've been doing this show
almost. Because it's almost time for breakfast.
If we don't do it now, when are we gonna do it? Okay.
She says, listen to Baroque music.
Baroque, yes.
Maybe I'll try that.
Okay, yeah, that can help you do both of those things. But by the way, Lisa just said a phrase that I always have a challenge with, and maybe we should do a show on this. Phrases and pronunciations and words that we're challenged with. She goes, well, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I have a challenge when people say, look, Brian, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, or I'm about to be honest with you. That bothers me every time I hear it, okay? Because why would you say that?
What you've been doing all this time.
Right. Are you going to start being honest now? So I bet you guys have pet peeve expressions too. But one of mine is, let me be honest with you. Hey, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Can't stand it. Anyway, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. You wet my face.
I know, I licked it.
What for?
Because it's my face.
You see that? Now I got to go through all of this effort to wipe moisture off my face. We're going to do our greeting songs and greeting logos. If this is your first time on our show, today's show is called Let's Talk About It. We do the show Monday through Friday since October of 2016. That's right. And going into our 8th year now, I've been doing this show Monday through Friday. Amazing. Anyway, her name is Lisa Santiago McNeill. I'm going fast.
He is Brian K. McNeill.
Yes, I'm going fast because we're late.
Stephanie says, I always say, I'm going to be transparent. And I think that that's what they mean when they say, let me be honest. They mean, I'm not going to be pretty with this, but I understand your opinion. And Dr. Deborah says what she hates is, let me make a long story short. It's
God!
Already long.
The people I know,
say that.
I know some people that say that a lot. And this one lady I can think of, she's older than us, but she always says that after the story's been way too long.
That's usually when it comes out.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
Like, could you have made the long story short 20 minutes ago?
She's talking 20 minutes. And she goes, well, look, to make a long story short.
How can we do that now? Because it's already as long
too late. I can't say that to her. No. I can't say that to her.
No.
And she's not on here today. I hope not. Anyway.
Oh, my goodness. We're
going to do our greeting songs and greeting logos. This is the way we thank people for being consistent contributors on our show. Kenny Tucker was the name that they gave me. Kenny! Oh, my voice cracking. Why is my voice cracking?
Because he's hungry.
We're doing greeting songs and greeting logos as our way of saying thank you to our consistent contributors like Sheila Gothard.
Sheila. Storms are brewing in her eyes.
Uh-oh. My voice just cracked again.
Amen. Stephanie says, stay focused. Sing them songs.
Stephanie Mars has a beautiful song. Life has new meaning to me. There's beauty up above.
And things we never take notice of.
You wake up and Stephanie, you're in love. Stephanie Marsh, you're going to have to share your song because the melody is so good and it fits with 3-syllable names so well.
Nope. That's Stephanie's song.
Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt has a jam too, and it goes, Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Dr. Deborah Dunstan has a jam too, and it goes,
Dr. Deborah, trauma healing and manifestation coach. Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Katora Green has a jam too, and it goes, back to life, back to Katora Green.
However do you want it,
however do you need it.
Do you need it?
Red Lee says, I remember we read that aloud, but isn't alcohol considered a drug?
Yes.
Okay, some people use alcohol.
Yes, but some people use prescribed medicine.
I get it.
For ADHD.
Antanobi has a logo and it goes, "Thank you, Antanobi." That's her jam right there. Her logo right there. Let's go, baby. Scroll,
hey,
baby.
Kevin Robinson. Thank you for stepping in the room. How you doing?
Who else?
We got Sheila. We got Stephanie. We got Red. We didn't have a song for Red. We got Dr. Deborah.
I got one for Red Lee.
What?
Red Lee.
No.
Life has
no. Stephanie, I'm gonna give you. You know what? You're ridiculous. You're just ridiculous. Craigside.
1,000 degrees. You'll be on your knees and you'll be burning back and please.
Brother Freeze.
Craig, let me borrow your VCR so I can dub a tape. That's Craig's jam. Vicky Linnell Evans. Vicky Evans rocks. Steady rocking all night long. Vicky Evans rocks. Steady rocking to the break of
dawn, y'all.
One of these times, Vicky, when you're about to go on stage to introduce one of your productions, you should have that song being played as you walk on the stage music. You know, Vicky Evans rocks. Okay.
Stephanie says, no words for you, Brian, as she smacks herself in the head. No.
Could you scroll, baby?
Yes, I'm doing everything. You're so
if you would give me the mouse.
You can't.
If you would give me the mouse.
You can't handle that.
I will do it.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis has a logo. Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis
now
is
we
here.
Can all have
all the way
great
from the A to AO.
Miss Phyllis is mobile. She's a jet setter.
Absolutely.
Shawnee Smith from Can Do Spice is here.
Baby, you can do it. Take your time. Do it right. You can do it, baby. Can Do Spice. Can Do Spice.
That's Shawnee's logo. Jam.
Yeah,
Go, baby.
You know, I gotta get into these things here. Gina Gatson, thank you for joining
Gina Gatson, we need a logo for you because you've been
on.
Yeah, I do have one for Gina. Gina.
No. Brian is the most bootleg borrowing a song brother that there is.
Jacqueline Rosier has a logo, well, according to Jacqueline, and she also has a song.
Jacqueline Rosier, pretty little one that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. I'm so glad that you are mine.
All right, that's Jacqueline Rosier's jam. We did Craig. We gotta do Mark Greer somewhere. I saw Mark today. Mark Greer has a jam too, and it goes. So wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under a hat.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. Julie Ray Hammondtree, how did I miss you? Julie says, love you guys. I haven't seen this hair, Lisa. Changing it up. This is actually a wrap.
Yes, sir. My hair is underneath.
But Julie Ray Hammondtree was such a consistent contributor to the show. She even got a song too.
Julie Ray Hammondtree.
Find out what it means to me.
Julie Ray Hammondtree.
Found myself not able to hold my voice right there. I just lost the voice for a moment. I wonder why that is.
Deborah Ross said, enough, Brian.
Which Deborah Ross? I know two Deborah Rosses.
Deborah, the Dallas Cowboy loving.
Oh, that's Deborah Ross I used to work with. Oh, God. How you doing, Deb? Deb was a champion salesperson on the sales force.
We love you. We appreciate you all. Thank you for coming to hang out.
Deb
says, hey, I'm going to make this short. LOL. Have a blessed weekend, everyone. Do it, Craig, because you are the greatest.
All right, again, the weekend is here for most of us. Weekend.
End your week.
End your week. Get you some recreation, break it apart, recreation, and start anew on Monday.
That's right. Oh, Deborah says, go Cowboys.
Deborah, you didn't have to say that. You did not have to say that. You did not have to say that. This ain't going to be no daggone Cowboys show either.
Look, we have Vicki Linnell Evans. We have Deborah Ross.
That's it.
They are our constant contributors. We owe it to them to read their comments.
More. That's it.
So that we can support them in what they do in their everyday lives. That's all we need.
That's it.
I am grateful.
Time to get out of here, y'all.
It is now almost 10 o'clock.
We got to go.
Don't forget to have sex.
Bye-bye.
See you later.